Welcome to Logos Meditation on Wednesday, June 17th. Our topic today is not peace, but a sword. This is an opportunity to start preparing and living the word that Roger Dodson will explore in his sermon during our upcoming Beyond the Walls this Sunday, June 21st at noon Eastern Time. Although the theme at that opportunity on Sunday will be discipleship and the cross. So now, let go of any assumptions and interpretations that you may already have about Scripture, and allow the Scripture to be alive today. Allow the Scripture to speak to you today. And remember, when we meditate on Scripture, this is not really about learning something new. Instead, it is allowing the Scripture, allowing the Word to speak to you today so that you can reveal something that you already possess, but it's simply clouded. Sometimes in the mystic traditions, that's called this unconventional knowledge that we awaken as we do our meditative and spiritual practices. So allow the Word to help you, to guide you, to reveal, not to teach you something new. So to get started, I invite you now to sit comfortably and just start paying attention to what happens in the body. Start paying attention to what happens around you. And so for your practice, especially these days when we're not allowed to gather in a meditation center or a place that is probably a little bit more conducive to this practice, there's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be noises in the house. I have other people here in the house. I have neighbors. I have noises that come from outside my window. And sometimes we allow these little distractions to take center stage in our meditation. If that happens, that's okay, but know that these are opportunities to practice. If you have a child or a pet that starts running around and jumping on your lap, well, bring it into your meditation. That's your meditation today. That's not the end of your meditation. So as always, with your spine as upright as you can, so that you give the brain a sense of wakefulness. You send the message to the brain that you're not going to sleep. You're doing something different. What you're going to do requires wakefulness. And you do that by adopting a very dignified posture, as if you were about to receive someone very important that is about to come through the door. But relax the shoulders. Don't overdo it. We want to bring the chin in always a little bit closer to the neck. And that will allow the back of the neck to expand and fully align with the back. And that'll help you during your practice. Otherwise, you might start developing tension here in your lower back. It's important that you rest your hands, that you use a hand gesture if that feels right, but it's not essential. Just let them rest somewhere that will allow you to fully relax the shoulders. Relax the legs, relax the feet. Start breathing in and out through the nostrils, if that's possible. See how that feels. Have the intention to let the air reach a little bit deeper into your lungs each time you inhale, but don't push air in. It might take a few minutes. It might take this whole session until your lungs are able to move freely. So don't force it, just give it time. And in the same way as you exhale, just pay attention to that last little bit of air that leaves the body. And make sure you don't start breathing in once again too soon. But don't hold your breath. The flow of breath should always be very gentle, very delicate, deep and slow, but very natural. Allow yourself to let go of whatever may have happened, even in the previous breathing cycle, up until this moment. Allow yourself to set aside, not forget, but set aside for now all the obligations, the to-do list, things that you will have to attend once you're done with this meditation. That can wait. Give yourself just a few minutes to be present. And as you hear the sound of the bell, start narrowing your attention to the physical sensation of your breath. And if it helps, you can close your eyes. And if it helps, you can envision. Envision as in imagining or as in picturing with your mind, as playing an internal movie, allowing your breath to be whatever helps, welcoming the spirit, one breath at a time, welcoming a constant, gentle stream of universal, eternal energy through mind and body. And as distractions arise, thoughts, physical sensations, noises, feelings of being tired, sleepy, restless, sad or happy, whatever it may be, is not the end of your meditation, but an opportunity to practice. And how do you practice? Simply by acknowledging what you just noticed and gently returning the attention towards your breath. In this first reading, we get a sense of the story, of the characters, the setting. This is a very short passage of scripture that we're going to consider today, but it's quite a difficult one. So as much as possible, imagine the scenes, sights, sounds, emotions, tensions, even odors, anything to help you dive into the story, enter the scene, allow it to become real in this moment. The reading today comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 10, and we'll read verses 27, 34, and 39. What I say to you in the dark, tell it in the light, and what you heard whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. Now continue to follow your breath. Breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly, always returning to the attention of your breath whenever the mind wanders off. Always gently. Make sure you don't pass judgment of yourself or of the day or of the scripture reading. There's no need to make judgment. There's no need to analyze. Be descriptive. Be curious about your experience of the moment to moment. In this passage, the author of Matthew says something, or Jesus in the story as narrated by the author of Matthew is telling us something that might sound a little confusing, unsettling, uncomfortable. So most Christians would consider Jesus to be the Prince of Peace. Yet, here in this passage, we hear in the voice of Jesus something that doesn't quite comply with this vision of the Prince of Peace. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. So whether or not the historical Jesus ever pronounced these words, in the second reading, let us just leave any understandings, any assumptions about what it means to bring peace, what the author of Matthew means about Jesus bringing a sword. Try to reconcile these two opposites. The Prince of Peace that brings a sword. Last Sunday, we heard a prayer for peace by Danny Belrose. There was a call to action, a call to awaken to the reality of peace. What is peace? How do we work for peace? Do we work for peace sitting idly, having an idyllic dream life existence where there are no problems? Or is peace a process, an ongoing effort. What does that mean? If peace is an ongoing effort. And what does it mean when we talk about peace of mind? If peace of mind is of this same nature, not something idle, a perfectly quiet mind with no thoughts, no feelings, but something else. What is peace of mind? How do we work for peace? We'll read the passage once again, and this time we'll try to go deeper into Scripture. Try to find your own questions. Allow the Scripture, allow the Word to open up doors that you didn't know were there, or that you have chosen to close. Dare to open. What I say to you in the dark, tell it in the light. And what you heard whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. Those who will find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. Continue to follow your breath. Relax the shoulders. Continue to allow your spine to be upright, your hands at rest, your facial muscles at rest. Breathing in deeply and breathing out slowly. Simply noticing the breath going in and out of mind and body, or sharpening this awareness, envisioning the spirit flowing through mind, flowing through body, nurturing, healing, transforming, one breath at a time, envisioning a beam of light flowing from a great distance in time and space, and all coming together in the present instant where consciousness is taking place. In the Buddhist tradition of China, the semi-legendary founder Bodhidharma, the story says, had a very eager student. The student came to Bodhidharma and demanded that Bodhidharma pacified the student's mind. Master, I have no peace of mind. Please pacify my mind. Bodhidharma said, very well, go, find your mind, bring it to me, and I will pacify it. The student spent many days in meditation, in spiritual practices, self-denial, ascetic practices, all searching for their own mind. At last, having given up all hope, the student came back to Bodhidharma and said, "Master, I've been looking for my mind this whole time, yet I couldn't find it." And Bodhidharma said, "There you go. It's been pacified." In this third reading, just let go of making an effort whatsoever. Allow the word to flow through mind and body, and start listening for our inner prayer, turning your attention towards your own emotional reaction to the word, letting go of making judgment. If the word makes you uncomfortable, let it make you uncomfortable. In this discomfort, even in the discomfort, start listening for this inner prayer. What I say to you in the dark, tell it in the light. And what you heard whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. Reconnect with your breath, breathing in deeply, breathing out slowly, noticing when the mind gets distracted, making no judgment, noticing with self-compassion and curiosity, always returning to this moment, to your breath, to the flow of spirit through mind, through the body. And in this last reading, let go of making an effort at all. Let go of doing. Allow the word to flow together with breath, to flow together with spirit. Allow the word to reveal. And if insight arises, then offer gratitude. If not, offer gratitude as well. If an inner prayer arises, listen to it and say it as we close today's session. What I say to you in the dark, tell it in the light. And what you heard whispered, proclaim from the housetops. Do not think that I have come to bring peace to the earth. I have not come to bring peace, but a sword. Those who find their life will lose it, and those who lose their life for my sake will find it. Now remain quiet. Remain still, at rest, not doing, not looking, not asking, not answering. Simply being in the world, one breath at a time. Thank you all for coming together as this virtual meditation circle today. And I hope to see you this Sunday during our Beyond the Walls, when Roger Dodson will continue to explore this interesting passage of scripture. So hopefully we'll be able to see you there. In the meantime, please, I encourage you to continue with your daily practice. Contact me if you have any questions, and please continue to be safe and staying healthy. Thank you.